All right, thank you very much for taking a quick second here to see the process of selling a home. I'm going to give you a complete breakdown of the process, and then all of our contact information is on here. You can contact us or even go to the website above, and you can actually find any of the realtors within our office. So the way we're going to do this is give you the entire process of how it actually works, but then in between there we're going to be giving you a breakdown of each step as well. So I'll do a quick overview, and then we'll drill down into each one of those sections. So the first thing we're going to do is obviously go through a flow of what happens when you would list your home and then getting that listing sold. So the first thing we're going to do is the agent is going to do all of the market research and make sure we're well equipped and knowing how to market and get that home sold. From there we would sign a listing agreement with you, the client, and then we would obviously place the sign in your yard and instantly start marketing that home. And we'll go through the details of all the marketing that we're going to do. And then we'll schedule the open houses with you and make sure we're on schedule for all of that. And then we'll start receiving our showings for your home. And then from there, we're going to get feedback from the clients and also from the other agents that are bringing people through. And I'll make sure that I do all of the follow-up on that. So I'll contact the other agent, I'll contact all the clients, get that feedback and see what people are saying, see if we have an issue or if everything's great and things are looking good, and we can see if we need to change any of our marketing strategy at that point. And then from there, we will actually start to receive offers. So once we receive the offers, we have the option to counteroffer if needed. If we don't need to, that's great. But if we counteroffer and then they accept, we have a contract that is accepted. So from there, we're going to move on to receiving the earnest money from the buyer. And that will go to us, the listing company. And then we'll do the inspections and appraisal. And then we'll set up where do we actually want to do the closing at. Here we do have an in-house title option for you, so we can just make it quick and easy. And then I will do all the work in assembling all of the paperwork and making sure that is getting to all the title company, to the proper channels, to the office, and making sure that's all scheduled for the end result, which is our closing. So that is just a quick summary of this, but now we're going to actually drill down. So the next area we're going to talk about is going to be the power marketing. We're going to make sure that your home is getting fully marketed to all those buyers out there and making sure we're hitting all of the channels. First thing we're going to talk about is the material that we use. The material that we use here at KW is going to be the first class material. We're not going to use that bare bones minimal material from the MLS. A lot of that stuff is very blank. I'll actually give you a quick preview of what some of that looks like. Here's a little zoomed in view of the marketing material that we have as a KW agent. And then the stuff on the right here is just kind of what the normal agent is using. They're just printing stuff off of the MLS, and it's not very enticing and attractive material that they're using. And then what we're going to do once we list that home, a couple different things. Number one, we're going to alert all of the agents here in Rochester, let them know that this home has hit the market, and so they can alert their buyers that they have about this new home. Not only are we going to alert them there, we're also going to take it to the Minneapolis area. We're also going to alert all the members of the North Star MLS system and let them know, because there's a lot of relocation within Rochester with the Mayo Clinic. So we're going to make sure that we're tapping into those people as well and letting them know about your home hitting the market. We're also going to spend quite a bit of time marketing your home on Realtor.com. Realtor.com gets over 13.7 million visits a month and 13.7 million visits per month, but then 287,000 minutes are actually spent on Realtor.com per month. And that was in January. Those numbers will actually go up as the season gets heated up here. That's basically twice the next competitor and double anybody else on that list. But we're also going to focus on all of those as well. We're going to push all of that information there and make sure we're tapping into those sites too. With KW, we actually are a member of the Showcase Listings feature of Realtor.com, which gives us some advanced tools. Number one, we're going to be tapping into all those buyers out there on Realtor.com that have filled out information that pertain to your listing. We're going to alert them right away. All of my contact information or our agent's contact information will be on your listing, so they can get the follow-up with any potential buyers. We have traffic reports we're going to be able to review, so we can sit down with you and say, this is what's going on with your listing. We're generating this much traffic. Are we getting some offers or not? We can kind of gauge what's going on. We're also going to be able to have our open houses show up on there, and also custom banners and headers onto your listings to make yours stand out versus the competitors out there. We will have the option, if we would choose to do so, of putting videos onto your onto the Realtor.com feature, and then also we're going to flag your listing. Anything new on the market is always going to generate the most traffic. Everybody wants to see what's new, so what we're going to do instantly is flag your listing and make sure everybody knows that it is a brand new listing, so we can generate the traffic. We're going to do that on Realtor.com and about 40 different other websites as well. We're going to make sure that people know that, and I'll show you those sites as well. So basically what we're going to be doing is making your house stand out above the competition. The other thing we're doing here is, you can see on the right, this is basically a search page of Realtor.com. What we're going to be doing is getting your listing to the top of that page. We have the ability with KW here in Rochester to add more photos and add large photos of your listings to Realtor.com, and then also move your listings up higher on the ranking, and also put banners in there, put the news in there, and making yours stand out above the rest, so we can generate that traffic and capture those buyers that are out there searching. This is another great thing that we're going to do. As soon as we list your home, this is going to be all automated. We're going to make this happen for you. So all the buyers out there that have signed up, this is what it looks like when you go to Realtor.com. It says get new listings, sign up now. Somebody can go in there and say, I want to see homes in Rochester from 170 to 180 every time one of them hits the market or drops into that price range. So there's thousands of buyers already out there with that criteria set. What we're going to do is we're going to alert them right away that your home fit their criteria, so then they can see it and we can tap into those potential buyers. Not only are we going to do it on Realtor.com, we're also going to be doing it on the other websites that we'll be talking about here as well, and making sure all those buyers are aware of what just hit the market. With the mobile devices out there now, a lot of people tapping into that, we are going to make sure that you have all of your listings showing up on those mobile devices. So if somebody is searching through Realtor.com on the mobile device, we're going to make sure that your home shows up on there. And also, if people are out driving around and they drive by your house, they can pull your listing up right on Realtor.com. So we're going to make sure that that happens as well with your listing. This is just a quick report showing you the traffic report that I can get, and I can send you out weekly and just show you what's happening with your listing on Realtor.com, letting you know if we're generating traffic, if we're not, so we can kind of change our plan if we need to. As we were talking about earlier, there are other websites that we're going to be pushing your home to. Brokerage sites, national portals, Realtor.com, search engines, social media, and then all of these other websites. So we've got the Zillows, the Trulias. Your listing will go out to those sites, and also we're going to alert the people that have those search setups on there that your home did just hit the market, so we can tap into any potential buyers right off the bat. Alright, I apologize for that. My limit on my videos is 9 minutes at a time, so I'm making 2 to combine them. We left off right at the slide about how much we're going to push your home out. Now, just giving you a quick visual, a lot of the competition is going to push it out to a few spots, not all of them that we're going to be pushing them out to, and not alerting everybody like we're going to be doing. So we're going to give you that maximum exposure of your listing, and not only exposing it, but also alerting everybody out there, taking every last step to make sure your home gets sold. The reason why we do this, these are NAR statistics, and this is showing us where the source used for home search, and this is as of 2010 stats, so this is fresh off the market reports. Internet is 89% of where they search for homes. So we are tackling not only the #1 site out there, Realtor.com, we're basically putting a full court press on Realtor.com, and then we're also tapping into all of those other sites as well. #2 is the real estate agent. That is another source that they're using. So they're using their realtor, and then their realtor is in turn using the MLS and using the tools that they have to find your listing. So we're going to tackle both of those. The yard sign as well. We're going to be doing the open houses and making sure that we are attracting all of those buyers out there for you. This just kind of gives us a nice visual of where do buyers find their homes. So back in 2001, you can see, it's comparing internet, signs, and print advertisement. They were all basically the same, and obviously with the big technology boom, there's been a huge separation here. For the first time ever, 2002, internet surpassed print ads, but that has just blown up. That is now running away with its 41%, where signs have It's kind of steady, dripped a little. Print advertisement has really gone down. It's about 2%. It's very minimal. So what we're going to be doing is pushing and using where the buyers are at and finding those buyers for you. This is just showing us where was the first step in buying the home process for a buyer. So this is showing us all buyers, first-time home buyers, and then repeat buyers, 09 and 2010. Number one, they looked online for properties for sale. That was 36% for all the buyers. And then contacting a real estate agent was basically 18 to 19, so it's basically 20% of their first touch. That was their first step. The other one was looking online for information about the home buying process. So they stumbled upon something along those lines. So those are just give you a quick idea of that, why we're focusing a lot on the market that we are. And now it's showing us the websites used in the home search. Number one is going to be the MLS. A lot of that it comes from the real estate agents doing the searching for their clients and finding the stuff. And then we've also got Realtor.com, which is number two. And again, that's another site that we're going to give everything we've got to get your home showing up on top. And then also the company's website, the real estate agent's website right below that. And then number 5 on the list would be those other websites like the Trulias, the Zillows, those websites as well. Those are picking up some steam, so we're going to make sure we're tapping into those as well. Now this is showing us the method used to sell a home, how this has happened, and it's showing us since 2001. So as you can see, for the highest in 9 years is real estate brokerages and the agent basically. And a lot of the reason for that is it takes a lot more to get your home sold nowadays than it ever has. And with all the tools that we offer, especially here at Keller, we have a ton of different options for you to get your home out there and marketed. It's at 88%. The lowest one now, in the lowest in 9 years, is also the for sale by owners is down to 9%. It's just tough to get people to do drive-by traffic anymore and market your home without tapping into all these tools that we now have. So that was how you sell your home. Now, where do the buyers come from? The method for home purchase. Number one, again, is going to be the real estate agent or brokerage, and that's 83%. That's the highest in 9 years as well, at 83%. So if we're not listing our home and getting it into a brokerage, we're going to miss 83% of the market, and that's where it's happening at. Directly from the previous owners down here, and that's at 5%. So it's very tough if you're not going with a brokerage to get your home properly marketed. So speaking of market, now we're actually going to look at the market statistics. What's driving the market? What's going on right now in the market? We're going to be national and local as well here. So what this one is showing us is just home sales. So giving you an idea, nationally is the above. In the blue here is national residential, and that's from 89 to 2010. So it shows the peak in 05 of 7.8 million homes, and now we're down to about 4.9. So it's 5.1 in 09, 4.9 in 2010. Down here is just looking in Rochester residential. 05 was their peak as well at 2,400, and it didn't dip as fast as nationally has. It's kind of dipped a little bit. Again, we're kind of sheltered here a little bit, in a little bit of a bubble. So but it is down, and we are actually down in 2010 versus 09 as well. In 09, the national actually took a peak up where we dropped, but very minor drop that we had versus the drops that they had. So now this is just kind of giving you an idea of why did all this market crash kind of happen there in 06 through 09. And you'll see here what this is showing us. Again, on top is national, and on the bottom is going to be local, and that's going to be Rochester residential. It's showing us the price increase, the average sale price increase since 1990 on top here. So our average sale price of the homes was increasing every single year up until 2000, and then 01 hit, and all of a sudden we really started increasing the home prices. They started selling for a lot more than they did the previous year. So the values of these homes kept going up and up and up and up, and as you know, anything that keeps going up and up and up eventually has to come back down and correct itself. And what happened is, since we went up so rapidly, it came crashing down just actually at an even higher level than it ever went up, and that's what happened here in 07, 08, and 09. So it took that huge dip. And the nice thing to see, though, in 2010, it looks like we I'm not guaranteed, may have established our new floor, but we are actually increasing versus 09 average sale price by, granted it's minor, but 0.03 or 0.3% increase there. Now we can see down here in Rochester the last 10 years, we can look at that as well, and we can see we had increases. But where they were, the national areas were increasing rapidly, we were actually decreasing. Our peak increase was in 2002. We decreased a little bit, increased, and the same 3 years that they dipped, we dipped. A little bit less than they did in '08 and '09, so we didn't have that severe dip that they had. But again, just like nationally, we have increased as well by 1%.